it's Kyle from vulcanarmoryprops. Welcome to another day in my life of prop building. We have a lot going for us today, guys. I went ahead and did the first half of the mold for the Destiny Hunter knife. There's the mold right there. I'll show you guys a close-up.
This is about 14.5 inches by 5 inches, and it's about 1 inch thick. I'll go ahead and break down these walls, and I can start the other half.
The other half is where it gets really tricky. Silicone will bond to itself even if it's already cured. Silicone is really the only other material that will bond to silicone. The other thing today is going back to those shoulder pad things I made out of the EVA, or not the EVA foam, the pink insulation foam. That mold's gonna get done today. The shoulder things are gonna be done today. There are some other chores I have to do today, which is gonna take up time. And then I'm gonna take you guys through the process of what I'm thinking through with the shoulder things that happen to be over there, but they have to go over my head first. As you can see, it's gonna go like that to get over there. Alright, let's get to work. I just finished demolding the first half. A lot harder. That was actually quite a bit of silicone there. It was just so much weight that it really pressed all of the clay down. So there's some like residual clay that's just embedded within the grains of the wood, and it really bonded to that, and it really kind of bonded to the knife. So I had to clean that up. So still kind of just polishing it up.
Here's the first half of a mold. Came out great. All the extra holes, or like little pockets here, little tubes, negative spaces, those are all for air bubbles to go to, so it doesn't really affect the actual shape, just some escape routes.
So now I'm going to finish cleaning up this knife here. I'm going to set it back in. I'm going to kind of clean up my workspace. There's just clay everywhere right now. Kind of get nervous because, you know, everything, it rides on this, but I think it's going to turn out pretty well. So I'm excited. So by tomorrow I'll be able to mold it, and tomorrow I'll be able to start test casting. Hopefully I have enough resin for that, but that's tomorrow.
Alright guys, this is what the first half of the mold looks like. Put the knife back in, and this is going to be awesome. So I have to go put some clay into all these little channels here to make sure those don't fill up. Those are my escape routes.
Okay guys, so I finished putting in some clay into all of the different channels.
So this is what we have now. And I left the pour spout one a lot thicker, a lot higher up, so I can really pour in more resin a lot faster. So right now I'm about to add my spray release, and then when that's done, I get to go ahead and do the brush on coat. About 40 minutes later, then I just get to build the walls and pour the rest.
Knife is about ready for me to start adding the other layer of, or the rest of the silicone. But while that was drying, I went and sanded down the epsilon on the inner shoulder parts. I'm gonna quickly hit these with some filler primer, and then I'm gonna do some black paint over it.
So I just put some primer on, and of course, if this was supposed to be some rigid piece of armor, I would definitely go through all the body work and stuff, but I don't really need to. It's gonna be covered with fabric.
It's off to assembling the walls for our other half of our mold. Gonna kind of let this room degas after all that. Just the smell of filler primer. go. The other half is officially molded. I just poured it all in.
Here we go. This is what we have. This is where it's gonna be for the rest of the day until tomorrow.
And then while I was in here, I just realized like just kind of go to the other side of the shop, and I did the other stuff I needed to do. So I just went ahead and added primer on the back here, over there, and I also got for the thighs. There's like the little conical pieces, so to speak, that protrude from the thigh pieces. I 3D printed that and worked on cleaning that up. And so I went ahead and just added like another coat of primer. I mean, once that dries, we'll see where we're at, but that's good. So right now, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. All right, so break time's over. I went ahead and actually just purchased more casting resin. I have enough to maybe get probably one knife out. One's just gonna be for my testing. And I need more resin for more helmets because commissions, don't forget, if you want one, go ahead and let me know. And then I also need to get another helmet for myself finished for AwesomeCon in June. That's one of the upcoming events. And there's a lot of other things I want to add to that one, because the model I made was based off of one of the high rendered versions that was published in the Art of Titanfall book, and then it was mostly oriented around, it was like the 1/6 action figure, and that's what also a lot of the armor was based off of. So I want to make the in-game version, and so there's a lot of things I need to add to, like just a lot of smaller details I need to add. Paint job is really the same thing. If anything, that there really just actually isn't any green really, except for the earpieces, and even then I'd be using a darker color anyways. Right now I gotta move on to some of the other stuff, like the chores and stuff I have to do. Well, we wouldn't say chores, I guess. There's just a lot of stuff. There's just things I need to do around the house that need to get done today. I will get back to you guys, and we will either be working on some shin stuff or working on some of the small gear stuff, but probably because I'm remembering the helmet and it's almost the end of April, I'm probably going to be designing that first more. Yeah, so let's do this. Alright, I'm back, and I got all that stuff done that I need to get done. By the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I have those, the fabric wrapped around all that, make sure those are done. Unless it gets too stressful and I have a breakdown, which could have, but we're gonna make sure it doesn't happen because I want to get it done. Alright guys, so while the okay, that was in my eye. So while the last parts or the last minutes of this drying, I was working on some sketches for the antenna. These are still slightly tacky, but nothing's coming off, so I can go ahead and start working with these, which is gonna be great because, like I said, I'm gonna get those done. Okay guys, so this fabric worked out phenomenal. Covered very, very nicely. All the details still there, and then when I just plop it in, oh yeah, this came up great. I have a lot of this stuff. I got like a yard and I got a yard of each actually, so I have a lot, so I can use this for a lot of other awesome things. Like I can do this. Oh, that's not, you know, I could be a nun. I can be a ghosty ghouly goo, or I could be a casual guy with a stretchy scarf. Here's the mesh. This is what I need to use to put on top, and I don't know, I'm kind of curious. I've been holding up and I'm not sure if it's really what I want, but we'll see. We're gonna see that that's like right now. Well guys, I just got one done. We got one. We got it with the mesh on. It looks like padding. It's just awesome. You know, put that down, and this is what we got. Fits in perfectly. It looks great. I'm honestly really happy with this. I'm definitely gonna be using this mesh for some other parts of the suit that I didn't think about. Try and get this other one cranked out as fast as possible, so that I can actually upload this vlog. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day. I really wanted to include the demolding of the knife. really want to show you guys. See, I'm doing the happy dance again. Come on, guys, do the happy dance together. All right, I'm done. All right, time to show you guys what this looks like.
Here we go. Got a big old thing of silicone here, and I already peeled it off. So it peeled off like a band-aid. So that's a good sign. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Cue the slow motion.
Came out like a charm. I'm honestly almost I'm almost too excited about it to just not to like go ahead and cast. Like, we did it, guys. We did it. It's been molded. All right. So again, apologize that the vlog's going to be a little late, but I really wanted to show that to you guys. I thought it'd be really important. So scratch last night's ending. This is the new ending. This is the awesome ending. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here and joining me on another day in my life of prop building. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs. I hope you guys like interacting with me and just joining me. I really like hanging out with you guys, and I cannot wait to hang out with you guys very soon. Peace.